Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic wherever you are in the world. Since Without a Crystal Ball's loyal supporters and flying monkeys have no other comeback but rather than to say that I am jealous, let me humor you all and demonstrate that the person that you guys go so hard for cares about no one else but herself, not even a victim. And also, she doesn't care about anyone else's well-being but her own. These exact actions that she is demonstrating and we are seeing and witnessing from her is nothing new. One could say that Katie Joy has a playbook, which I will demonstrate to you. What is going on now with Katie Joy? I witnessed years ago, and through the years she uses the same tactics. As weird as this may sound, she's even recycling threats. I would also put this out there. Who has the most to lose? If Concrete, Kylie, Aubrey, or anyone else that participates in the Netflix docuseries sees this and I've mentioned your name, I mean no disrespect. I personally believe that Katie Joy, aka Without a Crystal Ball, is only using you guys' experiences to get out of her multi-million-dollar lawsuit. I have witnessed how she uses people and their tragedies for her own personal gain. When she feels that she is losing control, Katie Joy will go above and beyond, no matter who she hurts along the way, as long as she gets what she wants, and especially that she is perceived in a positive way. Even if that includes lying, fabricating stuff, and as it was made known in the Tati lawsuit, through a declaration filed, people admitted that they were paid by Without a Crystal Ball to troll and smear people that didn't agree with her or that were reporting against her. And that is what I will be discussing in this video and with receipts. Disclaimer, please do not take what I say as fact. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. And like I said, I do come with receipts to prove how dishonest, dangerous, and manipulative Katie Joy is. And unlike her, that makes false and defamatory statements, and I can guarantee you she does, because I'm still waiting for the proof of when she said and posted that I agreed to help Robert Chin. Still waiting for that proof, Katie Joy. Something is going on. And what I mean by that is, last week Katie Joy was spiraling from her making a statement that the parents asked her not to focus on the dancers, rather focus on Robert Chin.
And I've honestly been asked by the families to not focus on the dancers and to focus on Robert.
And I don't blame them, because Katie Joy throws out falsehoods with the utmost confidence. Example, she was on a live answering questions about the story, and at some point somebody asked her about Miranda and the wedding she attended of her sister. She blatantly lied on Miranda. And I say that because Kelly was in that live and she corrected Katie Joy. I'll leave that video down in the description box for you guys to see. Miranda put out a video explaining how she feels unsafe and is receiving so much negativity.
Guys, I know I don't normally make this kind of content, but I just wanted to be transparent and a little vulnerable with you. But before this documentary, my husband and I, we felt safe. Now that this documentary is out, we feel like our lives have been put in danger. We have both been followed in our cars. We have received hate mail, death threats. People have been sending us messages to commit suicide. We've been stalked. Someone said that if I see you on the street, I'm going to come and gut you, so you better get security. Someone also said that if I see you walking on the sidewalk, I'm going to come and shove you in the trunk of my car. So these are just some of the messages that I've been receiving behind the scenes. And I honestly, I don't understand how my parents and my sister thought that this documentary would help me or would help our relationship in any way. I just don't understand that. And I have been getting together with my family for the past couple years privately to work on our relationship, to make things right, to mend what has been broken. And I've been loving it. I've been loving getting together, laughing, just enjoying each other's company. And this documentary has made it very difficult to continue doing that. And honestly, I think that my my parents and my sister have focused so much on this documentary that they've forgotten about working on any relationship with me. And that hurts. That hurts me to say. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, it has been hard to post and do my content like nothing ever happened, because that's just not the case. So if things are a little slower and I'm not posting as much, just bear with me. I'm getting through this. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going to get back to posting and dancing and doing what I just absolutely love. It just brings me so much joy. So I do want to get back to that. And I want to thank everyone who has been very supportive for the kind messages, DMs, emails. They don't go unnoticed. So thank you guys very much. And thank you for taking the time to listen.
Without a Crystal Ball actually downplayed, diminished, and discredited Miranda's feelings and portrayed her as a liar and made a mockery of what Miranda put out and how she was feeling.
In a recent post, Miranda Derrick made some pretty serious claims that she was receiving emails and various threats since the documentary was released. And it made me realize that last week I had a conversation with someone that left the church back in 2022. They told me last week that when they confronted Hannah, who is Robert Shin's wife, and asked her questions about wanting them to sign NDAs, as well as, contract information along with their tithing and the money and the fraud, instead of answering questions and instead of allowing them to actually speak to Robert, Hannah told this person that the way that they were talking to her made her feel like her life was in danger. Like, in order to deflect and get off the topic and not have to answer questions, she basically said that she was feeling unsafe and felt like this person was going to hurt her. The person told me that it was just weird that Hannah was acting like that because they didn't have their voices raised. They weren't confronting her in a hostile way. There was no yelling. It was really like asking questions, let me talk to Robert. And she went immediately to, my life is in danger because you're making me feel like my life is in danger. And it just reminded me of this, where she's saying that her life is in danger because it seems like that might be a tactic they use in the cult.
I don't give a damn what Without a Crystal Ball saying she knows. I respect Miranda's feelings, and shame on any of you that agree with Without a Crystal Ball that says that she is not being threatened. Get this now. She then goes ahead and says that the day before Miranda made this video, Kelly Wilking received threats.
2 days ago, they start threatening Kelly. Kelly gets terrified. Kelly's like, I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. The next day, Miranda goes live after those accounts that are working for the cult terrify her mom, posts a video saying that her mom is the cause of all of the threats that she is getting. So it's not just that they're telling her, you're causing Miranda to get these threats. They're telling her Miranda's going to end up murdered. And then the next day, Robert has Miranda post a video claiming that these people are going to kill her.
I have a theory about this, which I will disclose at the end of the video. Stop Culting is a blogger that has been covering the story, and until recently I had the utmost respect for her because I felt she was covering the story with dignity and she was doing it from her heart without expectations of fame, money, or even getting out of a lawsuit like Katie Joy is. But I could be wrong. Let me be very clear, by no means am I trying to cause chaos between people. Miranda just uploaded this video on her main Instagram, where she states they have been threatened and harassed due to the documentary. I want to emphasize that we sincerely hope that this isn't true. We do not want anyone to ever feel harassed or in danger. You can actually pause and read the rest of this post, but my point is, from the jump, these two young ladies known as the two Haleys, they have morals, dignity, and ethics. They did not downplay, diminish, or even discredit Miranda's feelings, unlike Katie Joy, as you guys heard. I personally have never seen Stop Culting or Exposing 7M ever mention Without a Crystal Ball, or even tag her in anything. And from what I have observed, Without a Crystal Ball actually takes information from Stop Culting's page and actually reports it as her own findings. Then you get to a point where Without a Crystal Ball went on a live and was so happy that Change.org had done a video in regard to the petition that Stop Culting had started. And that petition was for Robertson to be held accountable. Now, Change.org did not go to the person that started the petition, who was Stop Culting. Katie Joy got the heads up first that there's a video about this petition. And in that video, they did not use anything in reference to the two Haleys. They only used Katie Joy herself, her face.
I want Robert to never be able to do this ever again.
Why exactly do so many people want this guy investigated? A new docuseries about Robert Shin's alleged TikTok cult spent over a week as the #1 most watched show on Netflix. Now, thousands of people are signing a petition demanding a more thorough investigation into the church leader, after the docuseries revealed what appear to be quite a number of alleged criminal activities that so far, Shin and his management company 7M have faced no consequences for. Netflix's Dancing with the Devil details how Robert Shin, the pastor of Shekinah Church, started a management company to bring TikTok famous dancers into his fold. Then, Shin reportedly convinced many of them to become church members, pay huge portions of their profits to him and his church, and even cut their families out of their lives. But now that Shin's business practices are under scrutiny, it's all starting to collapse.
There's 7 cross complainants. So it's not just Priscilla that is suing him. And you saw in the series that the rest of them were going to be suing him over fraud. Kylie is suing him for battery, sexual battery.
Since the release of the series, 7M and some of its members, including Miranda Wilkin, have tried to go on the offensive.
Honestly, I don't understand how my parents and my sister thought that this documentary would help me or would help our relationship in any way.
Nobody finds that weird. In my opinion, Katie Joy was the one to contact Change.org, get them to make the video in hopes that the two Haleys will actually start working with her, because that's how desperate she is for allies. Now recently, Stop Culting was actually in one of Katie Joy's lives. Katie Joy actually acknowledged her. To now, Concrete is having conversations with Katie Joy, whereas in the past he had made it known that he is not a fan of Katie Joy. And like I said, in reference to Stop Culting and exposing 7M, not one time have I ever seen them, and I could be mistaken, have I seen them tag or mention Without a Crystal Ball. And again, I have never ever seen them in any of Katie Joy's lives prior to this. And if I remember correctly, from the get-go of the story, they didn't even want to work Without a Crystal Ball. I personally think that Katie Joy got put in check because of the way she approached Miranda's video about feeling unsafe, and she was not happy. And this time she had to listen because she was made aware that there was a lot on the line. She made these posts telling people that if they receive an email from this email, it's not hers, and that she would never contact anyone or Robertson's attorney. And this was when the siren went off for me. It was like deja vu all over again. Everything she was posting is reminiscent of exactly what happened during her lawsuit with Tati Westbrook. She has been accusing creators and bloggers of working for Robertson, accusing her neighbors of working for Robertson. She has been saying that she has been receiving death threats along with her family, but no proof shown. People are using emails to send threats in her name to bloggers. Like I said, we have seen all this play out before. In a first defamation lawsuit with Tati Westbrook, Tati's lawyer Michael Saltz, his Google and Twitter was compromised. People were trying to hack it, and he made a post on Twitter, and as you can see, and all this was in court filings in a lawsuit, he posted. What do we have here? There appears to have been several hacking attempts today on my Google and Twitter accounts, and possibly others. This is not the first time, and whomever it was used a familiar email in their efforts. And this is the Google verification, and as you can see, Without a Crystal Ball 78@gmail.com received a verification code. Now, like I said, in a case like this, if you are not guilty of anything, a normal person's response was to get hold of this person to see if they can figure things out. Nope. Without a Crystal Ball went on her Twitter and she posted, "Why are you hacking my Gmail and trying to get into my YouTube account? These people are trying to hack my YouTube at Team YouTube." Which then Michael Saltz actually put out a previous tweet that Katie Joy had tweeted. Michael Saltz says, "Given the current circumstances, was this prior tweet supposed to be an admission of hacking?" And Katie Joy's tweet read as follows: "Email communications go both ways. Trust me. Just like I'm being watched, so are you. We know everything." That's weird. Why would Katie Joy post something like that? Then Michael Sauls started receiving emails that looked like it was coming from Katie Joy's lawyer, Michael Brown. Side note, isn't it ironic now that other people are getting emails in her name? Then she says that people aren't threatening her and making heinous threats against her son. That was all done in that lawsuit too. But here is the kicker. They messed with the wrong person. Michael Sauls did his due diligence because they tried to mess with his family, and he was not going to just lay down and play dead. He was going to get to the bottom of this. So Michael Sauls did take action. He did his due diligence, and then this was a declaration from Michael Sauls filed in court in the Tarty defamation lawsuit. Mr. Brown, the other hacker is disclosing information of your client's plans to delete evidence and bring false charges against me. They claim that your clients gave them a special IP address and passwords to do work on their behalf. Part of that was to sign myself up with various porn sites and then make police reports against me claiming I am a pedo. The hackers claim to be 13 and 15 years old and were hired by your clients through Facebook. They claim that this was done to discredit me so that I could not prosecute the case. They also claim that your client was fabricating evidence to make a claim that we are harassing her. They also claim that they were told to try and hack into your client's accounts to make it look like she was being hacked too, so she could pretend to be a victim. There is evidence of open communication and planning between your clients and the hackers' accounts, as all involved foreshadowed that they were going to hit us with a big surprise. We demand to know what your involvement or knowledge was of these alleged plans. We advise that we are immediately sending a subpoena to Twitter to obtain the full identity of these now admitted hackers that your client purportedly hired. I assume, under the circumstances, you will not be objecting. Be advised that the hackers claim to have documented all interactions with your clients. Yours truly. All this was going down in her defamation lawsuit with Tati 3 years ago. Oh, and I do have more. And whatever she is demonstrating now, the way she is spiraling, is exactly what she did then. And also, when she was sued by Todd Chrisley, she was exactly the same. And in part 2, I am going to demonstrate how Katie Joy is recycling threats. Yes, I said it, recycling threats that she allegedly received back then. And the threats that she said she received when she was covering the Gabby Petito story, she used those same exact threats a few days ago. It is absolutely mind-blowing and pathetic. There are a few other creators that are also demonstrating her past behaviors, and those videos, I will link them in the description box. Now, as of lately, a few days ago, those that are still with Robertson are no longer victims. They are targets of Katie Joy. She is degrading and insulting James Derrick, doing the same with Miranda Derrick. Also, now tie-dyes as a criminal, and she says that he belongs in prison. It is shameful on her part after her accusing us of trying to play people against each other. She is now using these victims and playing them against each other, which I will cover in my next video. It should be out shortly. Let me end with this, and this is to Katie Joy. I'm still waiting to see your proof that I agreed to help Robertson. When you make accusations like this, back it up, Katie Joy. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And don't forget, make good memories. Bye, guys.